Greece's fire emergency is worsening under stifling conditions, with the holiday island of Corfu the latest to become engulfed in flames. While America's deadly summer of extreme temperatures is only getting worse, with a heat dome now expanding over millions of people from coast to coast with no relief on the horizon. Our US correspondent Catherine Firkin has more.
America is hot overhead and absolutely baking underfoot. This school librarian helped children cross the road for just 30 minutes. The soles of his shoes couldn't cope.
And I tripped because this part of the shoe, right here, was like this. It looked like this.
He's in Phoenix, Arizona, which has just experienced a record 24 days in a row of temperatures above 43 degrees.
The heat has been unrelenting in our community.
Northwest in Washington state, it's more than shoes that are melting. More than 50,000 acres burning in less than 24 hours as an intense heat dome fans flames.
At some point, your body's not made to function in these temperatures.
More than 100 million Americans are now under heat alerts, but it's not just the United States that's suffering. All indications now are that this will be the hottest single month ever recorded on Earth. Greece has been battling searing heat with temperatures exceeding 40 degrees across the country and multiple fires burning out of control. Now the holiday island of Corfu has become the latest to be engulfed in flames. The Greek Coast Guard evacuating those on the northwest coast. Witnesses describing seeing a mountain of fire and ash on beaches. It comes after some 19,000 people were evacuated from the island of Rhodes. This woman has lost everything. She says, "My heart is here, please save us." The unprecedented weather that's gripping much of America, Europe and Asia is being blamed on global warming. Today, even Pope Francis was pleading with leaders to do more, saying,
"Si stanno sperimentando."
We are experiencing here and in many countries extreme climatic events. The pontiff going on to say he renews his appeal to the leaders of the world to do something more concrete to limit pollution. But with temperature records being smashed each day, those words may be too little, too late. Catherine Firkin for 10 News First, New York.
Israeli police have again deployed water cannon to break up peaceful protests against proposed judicial reforms. Tens of thousands took to the streets of Jerusalem, just one in a string of demonstrations across the country that have been going on for months. But the crowds could not be dispersed, instead singing protest songs. Benjamin Netanyahu was recovering in hospital after heart surgery to implant a pacemaker. He is hoping to recover in time to vote for his controversial legislation tonight. Ohio police have released video footage of a suspect being mauled by a police dog after surrendering.
Do not release the dog with his hands up. Do not release the dog with his hands up. Don't. Do not. Get the dog off of it! Get the dog off of it!
The 23-year-old black suspect was walking towards officers with his hands up when, despite being warned against it, the canine officer released his dog. He was bitten several times and treated at the scene before being arrested for failing to stop. Volodymyr Zelensky has condemned Russia's deadly attacks on Odessa and vowed to rebuild an historic cathedral hit in the barrage. Embattled residents have rallied to clean up from the attacks, carefully sorting through the debris of the church to save any valuable fragments. Zelensky confirmed the cathedral was hit by an anti-ship missile, just one of 19 rockets sent into the city, killing at least one person and wounding 20 others. Europe's slow and steady move towards the right has taken another step, with Spain's main Conservative party securing a narrow election victory over the incumbent socialists. With all the votes counted, the People's Party has the most seats, but has fallen short of a clear majority. Support is celebrated at the party's headquarters, but senior members have admitted it is unlikely they will be able to form a coalition. Spain will remain in a deadlock for weeks as both sides try and stitch together a deal. Monsoon rains have devastated communities across several countries and killing more than a dozen people and leaving millions with a huge clean-up. In Afghanistan, 31 people were killed when flash flooding tore down valleys and overwhelmed riverbanks, sweeping away villages. Across the border in Pakistan, at least 13 people were killed in the northwest, where the same storms triggered landslides. While in China, rescuers have waded through chest-deep water to save residents stranded by the torrential downpours. An overloaded ferry has capsized off Indonesia's Sulawesi Island, killing at least 15 people, with many more still missing. The wooden boat tipped over just after midnight. The lack of light hampering rescue efforts. At least 40 people were believed to be on the boat that was only built to take 20. Elon Musk has announced another huge change to Twitter. He wants to lose the Bluebird logo and replace it with a simple X. The move has been in the pipeline for a little while. Excuse me, back in April, he changed the company's official name to X Holdings, and the X.com website now redirects you to Twitter. If the bird does go, it's likely tweeting will be no more, and we'll have to find a new term for posting.